This is the ALEKS help video for 8.1. It says, find the area of this parallelogram. Be sure to include answers, units in your answer. Well, we know area equals base times height. Many students will confuse the 16 for height, but that cannot be the height. Height always creates a right angle. So the height could be on the outside in a parallelogram, or we could drop it down like this. Either way, our height here is 15. Our base is what makes perpendicular to the height, which was going to be 13. So 13 times 15. And our area here is 195, and we check for units, yards squared. It says find the area of the triangle below. A triangle is half a parallelogram, so area equals base times height over 2. Again, height always makes a right angle, so the height here has to be the 4, which would force our base, which is right angle 2, to be 15. 12 is neither the height nor the base. So our base is 15. Our height is 4, and it's over 2 because a triangle is half a parallelogram. And we get 30 yards squared. Now, a trapezoid is basically two triangles averaged together. So we average the different bases, base plus base over 2 times our new height. So our bases here, remember height always makes a right angle, so that would force 9 to be the height here. One base is 3. The other base is 15. Averaged over 2. So I'm going to add, and I get 18 over 2 times 9. 9 times 9. Our area here is going to be 81 yards squared. It says find the area of the rhombus below. Before I do anything else, let's write the area equation for a rhombus. Area equals 1 diagonal length, diagonal, times diagonal, first diagonal times the second diagonal over 2. Let's see what kind of information I have been given here. We've been given the fact that E to F is 13, D to G is 5. Find the area of the rhombus. Well, first we see with the 5 and the 5, our first diagonal is 10. What we're missing is that second diagonal. Let's come close here. We need this length of this diagonal right here. We're going to get it by first finding this, which is going to be have two sides, need third side, Pythag. So leg squared plus leg squared equals our hypo squared. Leg squared, 25, 169. Subtract 169 both sides. Square root. And we get x equals 12. Okay, keep in mind what you just found. You just found only half of your diagonal. So your total diagonal length is 24. So this is 10 times 24 over 2. I'm going to take the 2 and the 24 and get 12. So my final answer here is 120, check for units, meters squared. It says a rectangle is removed. That implies subtraction from a right triangle to create a shaded region. Find the area of the shaded region. A rectangle is removed, so it's a subtraction. So we're going to find the area of the right triangle, and we're going to remove that rectangle to get this shaded region. Now, right triangle, the area is one leg times the other leg over 2. And of course, the rectangle is length times width. So looking at this triangle, we go like this. Physically trace. Physically, always physically trace everything. Never use your eyeballs. This length here is not 3. Look very carefully. It's 3 and 2, which means one leg is 5. Going this way. 4 and 3, which means our other leg is 7. So our leg here is going to be 5 times 7 divided by 2. Of course, that's 35 divided by 2. That's 17.5 is our area for the triangle. Length times width for our rectangle is 2 times 3. So, of course, that's 6. We subtract to get our shaded region. We get 11.5, check for units, feet squared. Area of a trapezoid. Area equals the average of the bases times the height. Average of the bases times the height. Remember, bases in a trapezoid, bases are the parallel sides. So one base is the vertical distance, and since it's vertical, you just look at the x's. The vertical distance between 3 and -4. And the vertical distance between 1 and -2. The vertical distance between 3 and -4 is 7. Vertical distance between 1 and -2 is 3. So 7 plus 3 divided by 2 times our height. Height is the distance between the bases, and since it's horizontal, all you have to do is look. I'm going from -3 to +1, so my height is 4. That's 10 divided by 2, that's 5 times 4. My area of this trapezoid is 20 units squared. Okay, it says Abdul has a patio that's a rectangle with an area 1,200 feet. He decides to expand the patio so it holds new furniture. He has a larger rectangle. The current patio, current means I'm going back to the original. So let's draw our original patio. Our original patio had an area of 1,200 feet squared. The current patio had a length of 60 feet and a width of 20 feet. He plans on making the new length 2 times the current width. So the new length is 2 times the current width and 3 times the current length. So the new one is 2 times the current width. So it's going to be 2 times 20. And the length is 2 times the current width. Let's make this length and width. Width is shorter, length is longer. It says 2 times the current length. So our length is 60, so 2 times 60, and 3 times the current width, that's 3 times 20. Okay, find the blanks to find the area. So the new length is going to be 120 feet. The new width is going to be 3 times 2, so that's 60 feet. So 120 times 60. That's basically 6 times 12. And then we have 2 zeros. So our new area is 7,200 feet squared. It asks, the area of the new patio will be how many times the area of the current patio? So to do that, our current patio is 1,200. So 7,200 divided by 1,200. 12 goes into 72 6 times. So given this situation, the area of the new patio is 6 times more. Notice where that came from. 2 times 3. Abdullah's friend Latoya also wants to expand her patio. Her new patio is going to be a rectangle that is 24 times the area of her current patio. She asks Abdul for advice. Fill in the blanks so that Abdul's advice is correct. Make the new length 6 times the current length, and the new width, if we want 24, we have a 6, the new width must be 4 times the current width.